Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? Holla at your boy, it's Jeremy Alexander Newsome with reallifetrading.com. Hope you're doing fantastic. So let's talk about the broader markets. Here's the SPY, and get used to these red, green, and red boxes. You'll probably be seeing them on my charts for a few days here. Just kind of a potential thought or expectation on what might happen or what might transpire regarding the movement in the SPY. So something like this, something like, that, and then something like this. And what I base that on, again, just as a reminder, is the weekly chart. And I pulled up the weekly chart and I hopped over here. Let me just hide all my lines for a second. And last week on Friday, I noticed there was 9 white candles in a row. So I simply said, when's the last time we had 9 white candles in a row? And the last time we had 9 bullish candles in a row was right here, October 2013. So here they are, right? Then we got the pullback, so which I think is what we're into now. And then you get this little higher move, and then a bigger retracement happened, and then a higher move, and then some big corrections. I think that's probably, that would make sense if the market does almost that exact thing. It'll probably take some time for it to actually transpire, but anyway, nonetheless, I'm watching it. Glad the market's pulling back some. I know a lot of you are as well. So back to the daily chart, feels really good to actually see some pullbacks coming in here. We're at all-time highs, which is getting ridiculous. So pulling back to possibly the 20, which is about 235.37. Probably expect a little bit of a bounce there for 2 or 3 days, and then we'll probably trade down to the 50 or something. But this 234.50 area, we'll see what happens on the SPY there. From there, kind of expecting it to bounce. The Dow Jones closed right on the 10 today, so still doesn't look super bearish. The Qs actually looks a little bit more bullish than bearish. And the IWM, on the other hand, the Russell ETF, that one does look a little bit bearish. Closed below the 50 today, and we're kind of right in the middle of this channel looking thing. So I'm keeping an eye on the IWM for this support to retest over the next 2 or 3 days, and then a trade down to here. So that's going to be a short-term option trade or very short-term swing trade on the IWM. This bull put spread, 133, 132, should expire worthless, potentially, hopefully next Friday. And of course, I'll be keeping a close eye on that one. So realistically, I do have a few stocks to review. Let's pull up Apple really quick, and there's not much to talk about on Apple. It's very, very simple. Ready? Fantastic, perfect, beautiful, glorious, sensationally wonderful pennant pattern at an all-time high on Apple. Boom, boom. Easiest thing you've ever traded in your life. Here was the last one. And here's the one before that, bigger one right there. And, we gap down, trade higher. So tomorrow, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I'm ready if it does. If we open right above the all-time high on Apple tomorrow, I'm going to rock it. If we gap down nicely tomorrow, I'll be rocking that bearish as a quick bearish counter trend trade. So either way, nice little bracket trade at an all-time high. If you do trade it bearish, just be quick about it. We probably will bounce off the 20. And as you all know, I would love, love, love Apple here to pull back from the all-time high and actually bounce off of support. So that's Apple. Here's Facebook. Take some FB, Facebook. Another little bit of a white candle today. Again, here's your weekly chart on Facebook, and we're at all-time highs, continuing higher. Did exit, I think I mentioned this to you guys in Monday's review, did exit the 137 calls at 138 yesterday, and then the 130 bull put spread expiring next March on Facebook, next week. And that's pretty much about it. So it's just looking okay. For those of you looking at playing Facebook, you could easily keep an eye out for, again, a pullback and a buy the dip opportunity on ticker symbol FP. Snapchat. I watched Snapchat all day, and we almost got a chance to day trade this one bullish. We never got triggered in, but here's the 5-minute chart, and we almost nailed this one. Got very close. Would have worked for 2R, but it was entry here, stop here. That was the setup. As long as that candle closed black, I would have done it, but it closed white, so I waited for a pullback after it broke out, and we just never quite got it. We missed our entry by 4 cents right there. So anyway, that would have been a good 2R on Snapchat, but we're pulling back. Again, as a day trade, I'm fine day trading it bullish. As a swing trade, I still got the wager that we go below $17. Nice retest gap today, right? White candle, black candle gapping down, retest gap, fill in the gap. If Snapchat rolls over, I'm pretty sure at that point that we'll have some lower lows on SNAP's future. Let's go look at URA. Take some URA. This is the global uranium ETF, and here's the weekly chart. This one came by request. And on the weekly chart, had a really, really good breakout. This is happening actually right before Trump got elected. And a lot of traders were saying that was due to his election. Really good support here. Great support there. We trade back to it. And here's your previous resistance. So resistance, resistance. We broke out of resistance and we are retesting it right now today as we speak on ticker symbol URA. So your long-term moving averages on, again, this is the weekly chart. We're retesting those also. So we're pulling back on URA. So for anyone looking at potentially trading this one, it is at support. I do like the candles. I think it's a buy low, sell high. And I would keep an eye on URA for a bullish opportunity. Here's ticker symbol MEET. And MEET, meet me. Watching this one, this was the bullish trade based on the hourly chart that I was watching. Here's the hourly setup. And after this candle came in at the end of yesterday, I was looking for it to continue higher. It didn't. So this is a white candle gapping up on the daily chart. Very nice retest gap. Guess what it's doing? It appears that it's retesting. So I am watching this to bounce in some form or fashion today. A hammer-ish candle. So, you know, if we close on MEET tomorrow above the high of today's candle, which would be about 582, I'd be a little bit more bullish than bearish. And if it keeps trading sideways, I'll continue to watch it. Here's how it looks on the weekly. Weekly looks pretty good. Looks like maybe some kind of double bottom might be coming in. So anyway, keeping my eye on this stock for sure. There are some similarities to this move back here as it's experiencing right now. So just one on my radar. And I found a cool stock. Well, I didn't find it. Dean Chance, I think, found it. GRVY. This is a video game company, if I'm not mistaken. Am I getting this right? Yes, video game, toys and juvenile products is the industry video game company in South Korea. And for anyone who's just a total stock nerd, if you want to compare this stock's price and what it did to what Activision Blizzard did in 1998, right? So it opened, sold off, traded sideways forever, and then slowly but surely broke out and continued higher. This is going to be an interesting one. South Korea video game company. I'm not pumping and dumping this trade. It's, you know, it has pretty good volume, more or less, but it did break out of resistance here at 2340. Here's the daily chart, and again, some volume coming in recently. So a lot of volume coming in, trade sideways, a good breakout. So now we're pulling back. This is the daily chart. So this is one that you probably want to do some research on fundamentally, since it is Kids Month. Maybe you can let your kid see if they can find any good games that this company produces and find out if it's even a viable company to potentially invest in long term. And maybe you can buy some shares for your child. Who knows, right? It could be a longer term, 10-year type of thing. Just one to be cognizant of and maybe do some research on fundamentally to see what markets they do, what kind of games they produce, and what the revenues look like. So that's just GRVY, Gravity Company Limited. That's pretty much it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday. The next stock review is going to be on Friday, and that one also, along with the rest, will be free. The final vote came in today. And drum roll, please. It's going to be bleach blonde. Bleach blonde hair is the winning color to dye my hair next week from the wager that I lost on ticker symbol ULTA, Ulta Salon and Cosmetics. So bleach blonde. Going to be very interesting to see how my hair comes out next week. But you'll be seeing pictures. Don't worry, I'm interested to see what's going to happen, what the heck I'm going to look like, and we'll see. But bleach blonde beat out rainbow, it beat out zebra colored, it beat out the color of LSU for all of my Tiger fans, and yeah, anyway, interesting, very, very interesting. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you on Friday. If you have any requests, shoot them my way. Jeremy at reallifetrading.com. That's where I reside pretty much every single day. You rock, and until next time, love life, and trade. Bye.